Oh my God,
Okay,
bro.
guys,
Hell no, man.
this is gonna get a little deep.
Class is
Stay
in
with me.
session.
I'm coming through. All right. Now, remember we had said pray, pray, and pray. Praying is basically just starting a communication with God, okay?
Spotlight topic,
That's all it is.
karma.
Joshua 3:5 reads, Joshua told the people, consecrate yourselves for tomorrow. The Lord will do amazing things among you. Now, I know y'all say consecrate. Shanice, consecrate. What's that? 1 minute. Consecration is making a conscious, willing decision to dedicate his entire being to God. How can you be sure of knowing God's will for your life? Romans 12:1-2. Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in the view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as living sacrifices, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So when you say consecration, he means dedicate yourself to him. I ain't got time. I'm not going to be battling with the naysayers. But what I'm looking for, I'm looking for people that got some sense, okay? I got my binoculars because I'm on a mission. I'm not going to argue with people about all that other stuff. As a matter of fact, I used to think like that when I was in my 20s, like, ooh, child, I got to wait. Because, baby, that's when I was living my life like it's gold. But let me tell you something right now. Me at 40s, I'm trying to find the key. I have faced more trials since the age of 40 than I had in my 20s. And I don't know if it's because I was making more of a conscious decision to move or my eyes were more open. But baby, when I said don't trip nobody on purpose and watch them fall, I've experienced that more in my 40s than I did in my 20s. And thank God that I caught my charge in my 20s so they're not on my record in my 40s so I can be prosperous and eat. Because that's what it's about. People don't even want you to eat. Remember when I told y'all in Dolph's video that we work against prince and principalities of the unseen? What y'all think that yo guy that woke up one day and was like, oh, today is the day I'm gonna do it? No, that person already had that in their spirit. That's why I said, nah, be careful. He already had that in his spirit, baby. He was just waiting for somebody to take his anger out on. Anyway, so let's move on. I got something special for y'all. I was searching for Joshua 3:13 and I didn't understand it, but I got this for y'all. This is gonna be clear and to the point. Why do you say there's no way when God has promised to make a way? So let me tell you something. All you bigoted people, step to God and ask him, hey, God, you say you got my back. Show me. Dare
God
him.
doesn't harm nor restrict.
He ain't never scared.
He guides in
He
love.
ain't never scared. Dare him. Call his bluff. I'm offering you a way, but don't automatically assume that it's not what you want. But anyway, when the feet of the priests who carried the ark of the Lord of the whole earth, come to rest in Jordan's water, its water will be cut off. The water flowing downstream will stand up in a mess. I don't understand it, y'all. I'm an ex-God for discernment, but I just found this and I thought it was a way more better English. I'm sorry. Because, the Bible was written way back in the day. Why do you say there's no way when God has promised to make a way? Don't judge me, God, because I don't know everything. I ain't understand Joshua 3:13, but that made it okay for me. So now we're going to close all this article out. May it be our goal to fully receive his word into our hearts as we seek him on a daily basis, believe in him whom he has sent and achieve what he has set before us. And may the Lord of our God shows us his approval and make our efforts successful. So I send well wishes to everybody that follows me, that you guys follow the 6-step program to make some changes. Because if not, guess what's next? Karma! Moving on. I told you we studied other religions. Let's go. You know how they say, what goes around comes around. Keep your circle positive. Speak good words. Think good thoughts. Do good deeds. What is karma? Karma is defined as the sum of a person's action in this and previous states of existence, viewed as deciding their fate in future existence. So believe me, It's all intertwined and connected. Don't come up in this earth and get tripped up and fooled by some of these people that's way more smarter than you. Don't let nobody trick you up out your place in heaven. Don't let nobody trick you out of the pearly gates. Don't let nobody trick you out of not having a good life, okay? Just because it look good don't mean it's good for you. I said it first, okay? Let's go on past the present lives. Each the sum of all of our thoughts, feelings, and action from this life and even lifetimes in the past. So, you are the sum of all of your thoughts, feelings, and actions. So, that's why people say stay positive, think positive. As a man thinketh, so he beeth. Okay? Think positive, my babies. Karma in Indian religion and philosophy, the universal casual law by which good or bad actions determine the future, I told you I have a problem with F's, modes of the individual's existence. Karma represents the ethical dimension of the process of rebirth. Change. So you don't be somebody's headache, be their reason to smile. Indian soteriology's theories of salvation post that future births and life's situations will be
Choose
conditioned
wisely.
by actions performed during one's present life, which itself has been conditioned by the accumulated effects of actions performed in previous lives. Karma thus serves two main functions. Within the Indian moral philosophy, it proves that major motivation to live a moral life, and it serves as it proves to be a major motivation to live a moral life, and it serves as the primary explanation of the existence of evil. Evil is defined as morally objectionable behavior, having the nature of vice, having or exerting a malignant influence, the quality of being morally wrong in principle or opposite practice. Of evil. Evil means bad, poor, worse, ill, nasty. Opposite of evil: sheriff, good, goofy, sponsor, supporter, backer, angel, decent, fine, great, okay, nice, lovely, beautiful, pretty, acceptable, excellent, exceptional, favorable, choice. I don't know about the word crack, but example sentences. Some people are evil. I hate it. He's an evil. So there you got that, okay? So back to what we were discussing. A man turns into something good by good action and into something bad by bad action. So remember, it's your actions that create who you are. A baby is born in the world and handed to their parents. They're handed to their teacher. That's what the baby is handed to. The person that's going to teach them the facts of life. And that's why I'm here to help you create anything so we can get this thing done together. High five. Anyway, a variety of arguments have been in response to the perception of evil. Free will defense claims that evil is caused not by God, but by human beings who must be allowed to choose evil if they are to have free will. Natural evils can be the means of learning and maturing. It can cultivate virtues such as courage and generosity by humans to confront and change and learn hardship and need. So, yes, it does set you back, but it can also be a catalyst to put you to growth. Because remember, God uses everybody. He uses everybody. And he don't judge you from your past. The people who judging you are the people who also want to use you, okay? Judge you. Now, I'm too stuck on myself. Don't be offended, y'all, but I ain't got time. But let's go on to yin and yang so we can see how yin and yang, karma, dharma, all of it ties together to have something at the end of your life. You need to figure out where you're going. And I ain't talking about when you close your eyes. I'm talking about when you're 60 years old. Where you going to be sitting at, waiting on a little social security check? Or you going to be living a prosperous life on the beach somewhere? I'm trying to make it to the beach. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to be old, ornery, and mean, living off my kids and working their nerves. And that's how a lot of evil people end up. They end up aggravating their kids, worrying their children, and being a hassle and making that child stress out instead of having taught that child to be good, because it's called generational curses. And we already talked about breaking that. Right now, we're talking about a prosperous life. I love you.